Hello, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Mandy. I am Bookish Artist Mandy, and I'm coming at you today with a really quick video. I don't know how long this one's going to be. I was in the middle of cleaning my pens when my Amazon package arrived, and I got way too excited, and I wanted to share because I was really excited. I wasn't going to buy any more of these pens, but I was perusing the new colors on Amazon, as one does in the middle of the night, and I discovered that they had, just wait. I'm so excited. Check this out. Do you see that? Can you see that Jinhao nib? It says M. They had medium. And if you have been following me lately, you will know that I am in kind of a broad medium phase. And so I was really excited to see that Jinhao came out with a medium. So I have already inked this up with this beautiful Colorverse Korea Special ink, which is this word. I cannot pronounce it. I even looked it up and I tried. So like Ji Young Yolbi Yoldo is about the best I can do, and that is completely off. But it is referred to as these little islands that there's 3 of them. And it derives its name from resemblance to a row of flying birds. And it's referred to as the Dokdo in the West Sea. And it is an ink that is a mint color with subtle saturation that invokes the essence of the blue sea, gradually transforming into a distinctive mint tone as it dries, reminiscent of underwater seaweed, which I thought was just cute. So I wanted to show you the color. I've had this one for a little bit and had not put it in a pen. I did have it in a video, I think back in May or June, but I had not inked it yet. So I thought for my new Jinhao, putting this color in it would be really great. And so this is Colorverse. Oh, so great. It's so wonderful how well these pens work. And this is just a Midori memo piece from my big MD paper pad. I love this thing. Yeah, I'm quite obsessed with it. I have these little pieces of paper everywhere now because it's so nice to have this when I just need to write a note and have really good paper. So, and it is Ye Old Dough. Yeah, and you can see as it's drying, throw that up, you can see that it kind of shifts to this really beautiful gray. Oh, it's so pretty. And this is a Jinhao 10. And a medium nib, and I'm going to put MED just because I want to. And I think this one was Gradient Pastel Green. I could be wrong, but I'm going to call it that. Because right here, I want to compare nib sizes to show you. So that will be great. Zoomed in a little, and here we go. So I want to start. So I don't have an extra fine Jinhao 10 inked up, if I remember correctly. I don't really like the extra fine, just not because it doesn't perform well, but because it's just, I don't like extra fine nibs all that much. And so I think the only other one I have is one that I custom ground myself, so it's not the greatest, but I try. So this is the Jinhao 10 with a fine nib. And so you can see the Jinhao 10 with a fine nib, and I'm going to put Jinhao 10 with a medium nib right underneath it. And you can see, if I'll pull it up to the camera because I think it's nice to write these out. Maybe do a line. Oh, do one pass, do 2 pass, do 3 pass, and maybe a quick thing like that. Yeah, just to give you an idea. I wish I had an extra fine inked for you all, but I don't even know if I have any extra fines left, because these are a pen that I generally like to have in my stash, and I give them away as I see fit when I want to. I don't mind. I actually just gave one to one of my really good friends the other night because she was talking about it. She goes, yeah, I saw your video and you have one? I go, here. Which color do you want? Okay, so then I wanted to show a couple other pen nib sizes. So this one right here is, can you tell I have a color theme going on right now? Green, but this mint green is one of my favorites. This is a Myers Penco Ghost, Green Ghost. That's the name of the blank, and the style is an Antoinette. But this has a Yovo 6 nib, so I wanted to show you number 6 medium nib. And the Jinhao nib is really similar in writing. 2 passes, 1, 2, 3. I don't think those are going to be all that accurate, but I thought just give you a little bit different of variation. So you can see the Jinhao 10 is a little bit, but this one also, I feel like it was kind of not necessarily being nib medium. Let's see here. Is this a medium? I change these nibs all the time. And then we'll try one more. Because I think that one has linen tool bar ghost plant in it, but I think it's on its last, yeah. So it's pretty similar to, yeah, it's really close in size-wise to a regular medium. And that color, woo, that color really sticks out like a sore thumb on there, doesn't it? Especially because now I want to show you a couple more. I have this one, oh, let's do a platinum. This is a platinum steel. So I'm going to say platinum, because platinum is known to be smaller, but I don't know if I would agree in their mediums. I think their medium nib is pretty comparative to the Jinhao and these other ones. Just so you can see kind of if the medium might be right for you, or if the fine. The fine is, there's nothing wrong with the fine. I just like the mediums better. Now this one is my new pilot that I think these two kind of could somewhat match if they were gold. But this one is a broad 18 karat gold nib. And so I just wanted to show the difference in their broad nib. And this is a pilot 18 karat broad. So pilot's nibs are, you know, a Japanese nib that are known to be thinner than standard nibs, but I think that the broad nib is pretty accurate to broad. So you can kind of see all the mediums are really similar to that Jinhao 10. So I would say the Jinhao 10 is right on there. And I want to do one more thing. I'm going to put this in my journal later, but because I am obsessed with these, I want to do this and do a little doodle with it because it's really important. So we, the other day, went to a new game store in town, and it's called Izzy's Gym, and they have Pokemon cards, they have board games, they have all these kind of things, different rooms. We were obsessed. But on one of the shelves, I decided to treat myself, and this ended up coming home with me. Does anyone remember Tamagotchi? I don't know if you do, but I grew up with these when they first came out. It was like the coolest thing to have a Tamagotchi, and we couldn't get them. Like, you couldn't get Tamagotchis because it was so hard to get because they were in such a demand. So I had a Tamagotchi, I had a Nano Baby, I had a Gigapet, I think I had all of them, like so many different ones. But the Tamagotchi takes the cake. And so when I saw this, nostalgia hit, I had to have it. I have yet to get this thing to evolve bigger than this because it has been dying. But today my goal was to keep him alive so he can grow, because he is 3 years old and he is 27 pounds because I keep feeding him snacks instead of playing because I just sometimes don't want to play the game. And so, yeah, so you can feed them right here. You know, they can have their burger or they can have their treat. If you're not familiar, if you are, you're going to laugh. The light on or off for when you're at work or when it goes to sleep at night. The game, which is a simple game we can play around. So it pops up a number, and you need to decide, is the number going to be lower or higher? And I'm going to go with lower. Of course, every time I go lower, it's higher. And 2, I'm going to go higher. Oh, look at that. And then he gets excited and happy when you do that. Higher. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. I love it when it gives me a 9 or a 1. Like, nothing can be lower than the 1. And then if it gives me a 9, give me a 9. Oh, it's not going to. See, now watch, this is going to be higher. I'm going lower. See? Look at that. So now I think I got 3 out of 5. Maybe. Yeah, 3 out of 5. So, and then it gets happy. And if it gets sick, you have to come and give it medicine. And this duck is giving it a wash. So it poops. And then you can turn the sound on. But how obnoxious is this sound? It drives my husband crazy. So I just keep it off. But yeah, that's my Tamagotchi. And my sons are very excited that I have it because they want to take care of my Tamagotchi. And I say, absolutely you can. But now I've gone down the rabbit hole of Tamagotchi. I watched a little like info documentary on where Tamagotchi came from. I forget the name of the creator, but I guess he created it because he was inspired by a little boy who couldn't bring his pet with him on vacation. So he wanted to create a little pocket pet that you could take on vacation. And he wanted it to be inexpensive because this was around the time when Game Boys and Game Boy Colors and all those fancy systems were coming out. So he wanted something simple and cute and easily like mass produced. And he wanted it to be something that anybody could access. So these were $10 when they came out compared to the Game Boy Colors, which were, I think, $90 to $100. I can't quite remember because this was the 90s, so it was a long time ago, but I do remember getting a Game Boy Color and thinking, holy cow, this was so much money. And my parents were able to do that for me. Like, you held on to those things for dear life because they were really expensive. And so now when I think about dropping $60 on a Pokemon game, it's like, ugh. I fear with everything happening, they're going to go up in price. But there is that. And we're just going to draw a little duty. And he kind of has these really, really silly eyes. And he goes like that. So we're going to see if he evolves. But yeah, and then I'm going to do... I'm not going to try to put the name up there because that would be silly. But I just wanted to see how this fared with drawing. So yeah, there it is. And it is just a little drawing of a Tamagotchi. And then I can cut this out and put it in my journal later. But, or just, you know, ship this off in one of my little packages that's going to a pen friend or something. Who knows? Or give it to a friend when they want just their, you know, I don't know. I've been writing letters lately, so maybe I'll throw this in with somebody. Hey, do you remember these? The cute little Tamagotchis? Tamagotchi, which I guess Tamagotchi is 2 words and loosely, roughly translates to egg friend. or something like Egg Friend or something like that. But I'm not positive on that one, so don't quote me because I did not look that up. But there it is. And there is my Jinhao 10. And there is my Tamagotchi. And there is my video. It was simple, short, quick, and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. Did I help you kind of get an idea on the Jinhao 10? Are you going to go grab one because they're a size medium? I don't know. Maybe you're not interested in that at all. I really love them. I love being able to just say, hey, if somebody wants to try a fountain pen, I feel like these are such a great gateway into fountain pens. And so I like to have a few on hand so I can just, you know, penable people because we be penabling over here, right? You penable, I penable, we all penable. That was kind of a funny thing to say. Anyway, there it is. There's my Jinhao 10 with a size medium. And yeah, I thought it was cute. I love this color. And then there's one that's like peachy pink and lavender pink. And yeah, it is so cute. But I definitely enjoy them and gifting them. They make me really happy to gift. So I just got one to gift to a friend and gifted a friend another one the other day. But anyway, that is friend, Tamagotchi friend, and pen friend. So if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, links down in the whatever, down in the description, you know, all the things. And if you played with Tamagotchi, let me know. If you didn't, that's cool. I have been looking at the Uni and the Paradise, and I think I need them, but I need to convince myself that I do not need them because I probably won't play with them, but I really want them because how cute are they? And anyway, yeah, leave me an egg emoji. Leave me some sort of egg emoji so you know, so I know that you know that we know together that we got this far. All right, have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.